We're here at PAX Prime. I'm here with Alastair, Creative Director at Splash Damage, and we're looking at Extraction. Now, Extraction was just announced like 2 or 3 days ago to the public, so huge secret. How long have you been working on this game, and tell us a little bit about Extraction.
So we've been working on it now, officially we started bringing players in on kind of a 12-12-12, so it's been a little while now, so a few kind of close circle of players, kind of VIPs, being able to experience it, and they've really helped us shape the game. So Extraction is a kind of a massively multiplayer shooter, if you like. It's set in an irradiated London, where teams of mercenaries are kind of the only things left prowling the streets, trying to extract valuable data, because everything else has been irradiated, but there's data with all kinds of secrets that some people want and some people want to keep buried. So it's high on cooperation, on teamwork, and using the unique skills of characters to kind of overcome an enemy team who are on a contract almost always to stop you. So the importance of letting the gamers in early is that really Extraction's been shaped by gamers. So we have some fantastic tools at Splash Damage, Echo for example, which gathers metrics and data from every game that's played, and we can use that to help balance the weapons, balance the maps, and of course we have really active forum users. We've got some of the best forum members in the world, and they're so vocal and they're so passionate, so they really help to shape the game.
I was going to say, we just played it a couple minutes ago, and it's very polished. So tell me a little bit about the gameplay modes. Is there just the one, or do you have many?
So right now we're showing off stopwatch mode, which is where one team plays as the defenders and the others as the attackers, and then the roles are reversed, and whichever attacking team posts the fastest time wins. So every second that you can buy yourself as the defenders is going to help you out when the tables are turned. We have been working on other game modes. Obviously the game's been in development for a while. We're not really talking about any of those, aside from we will have a team deathmatch mode just to help players come into it. So primarily it's objective based, it's high on team play, but we want players to have a nice on-ramp where they can learn the ropes, and we think team deathmatch is the place for that. But right now we're really only talking about those modes. But
right, yeah. The team deathmatch is kind of standard. You're gonna have to have that so people can get the feel for the characters. So there's five classes now. Is that going to be the total? And can we tell me a little bit about the classes?
So we actually have a classless system. So what you're seeing at the moment are 5 characters. The concept of classes doesn't really exist. So characters have roles that they're good at. So for example, we've got Sawbones. So he performs a medic role. He can revive guys, and he can toss out health packs. But there are no really defined classes. So for example, one of the things that's quite new for a Splash Damage title is that any class can fulfill any objective. So we didn't want to get into a situation where perhaps you're trying to disarm a bomb or hack a kind of control point, and you don't have the right class, and so you're kind of stuck. And we wanted to do away with that. So instead we've gone to characters. Now every character has their own strengths and weaknesses, so there will be characters who are much faster at hacking, much faster at disarming or planting bombs. So the tactical decision of who to play is still very important, but you never get in a situation where you're kind of, you're stuck and you have to sort of suicide out and choose a new character, or just kind of, wait around for the enemy to arrive. So that's one of the things that we're really trying to drive home, that there are a number of characters. Right now we're showing 5, but that is going to grow and grow and grow. And every character is unique and distinct with their own special abilities, their own weapons, and their own strengths and weaknesses.
Is there any way to customize the characters as they are, or is it pretty much what you see is what you get?
So yeah, you absolutely can customize characters. So I think right now, as you can see already in the build, there are different skins that you can choose for the characters. Ultimately, we will also allow players to kind of choose from a small set of weapons per character that suits their style. So they won't have a complete range, because we want to make sure each character has a flavour. You'll also be able to further customise your weapons with kind of scopes and attachments and other things that befit the weapon. Also, as you level up and as you progress, you can kind of unlock the kind of sort of smaller perks, if you like. They can slightly tweak the way that you play the game. So there are elements of customization for sure.
So is there going to be a cash shop where you can buy extra perks, weapon skins, character skins?
Yep, so it's free to play, and it's also free to win. So at Splash Damage and at Nexon, we don't believe in pay to win. We don't want anyone to have a competitive advantage just because they've got more money. But some people have more time and less money, some people have more money and less time, so we do allow people to buy new characters. That's the biggest thing that we're going to be selling, and also those customization options that I mentioned, and potentially a virtual currency, again, if you have the money but not necessarily the time, and you want to kind of get up to speed with your buddies or explore exciting new characters, then you can go ahead and make those purchases.
How many maps are you going to have?
So right now we're showing off, let me see, Camden, but we also have Whitechapel, Victoria, I'm going to forget some, Waterloo, and Battersea's just being worked on now. So we have a ton of great maps. They feature different objectives. So there's everything from kind of escorting extraction vehicles to defending certain points, trying to bring data cores out of this irradiated zone, trying to lock down an area and prevent the enemy from taking it. There's all kinds of different flows to the maps and different objectives to the maps. So they all present a different tactical challenge. And of course, every time you play, it's very different because people are using different characters, different strategies, different tactics, and it's a really kind of a emergent style of gameplay. So it's really exciting to see every game today, and I've seen hundreds today. It's very, very different. It's really exciting to see.
Do you plan on having like any vehicles in the game?
So there's the EV which you escort, but in terms of kind of player-controlled vehicles, not currently. We're not going to rule out things like we may have characters who could perhaps release remote-controlled drones or kind of smaller things as part of their unique ability set, but that's not kind of confirmed at this stage. But in terms of big vehicles like driving around in tanks or helicopters, that's not our style. We're more urban, close-up, intense firefights.
Makes sense. And when the game is released, you're going to do constant updates. You're going to add new maps, new characters continuously.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a steady drip feed of I should say, characters, skins, weapons, game modes, maps. And then from time to time, we're going to have kind of probably bigger, sort of almost seasonal jumps where we try and have larger content drops. So, this is all still in its early stages. So I can't kind of promise one thing or another. But yeah, we're absolutely committed to a kind of really steady stream of fantastic new content for our players.
Awesome. And then lastly, do you have any plans for eSports?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, so as you'll probably have seen today, Extraction is, we plan for this to be one of the premier eSports titles. So it's really important to us to make sure this is extremely well balanced, that the tactics are available are very deep, that the mastery you can achieve with every character is very high, and that the kind of levels of teamwork that you can achieve are fantastic. We've seen that today. The most successful teams have been really communicating, work as a team, using their characters' strengths and weaknesses. So, yeah, Splash Damage and Nexon, really want to position this as the free-to-play esports shooter. So, it's suited to a T.
And that's definitely the wave of the future. So, to not do esports would be a disservice to the games.
Yeah, esports is something that Splash Damage has, always held very dear. With Extraction, it really represents the kind of pinnacle of all of our learnings from our other titles, and it represents all of our best understandings of esports titles and competitive shooters and stuff that we've always wanted to do since our kind of older back catalogue of game. We've made so many learnings, so many things that we wanted to give fans. We've had so much fan feedback on what they wanted to see, so it really has been shaped by gamers, and we're so excited that we've managed to deliver on so much that we wanted to do as a studio and that fans have wanted to see in our games. So,
well, thank you for your time, Alastair. Appreciate it. All right, thank you.